Well, we've stocked up this players' night, drafting two of the game's smoothest movers. Shaun Higgins is in the form of his career, a driving force behind the rise of the Kangaroos and more than a sneaky Brownlow chance. And then there's the Silk, a man with a rare list of accolades, topped by 351 games and 4 flags, and a highlights reel as long as any. Shaun Burgoyne comes to the desk for our new look Tuesday Players' Night. Well, guys, you've been sitting up in the green room.
Logie nomination.
Are we Logie nomination, or what are you thinking?
Well, thanks for having us, firstly. But, yeah, you guys are nailing it. We were just chatting upstairs. We thought you might have a little bit hot under the collar early, but you've settled in nicely.
Well, we've been here since this 2 o'clock this afternoon trying to nail this, so we haven't had to use the buttons yet, so no break glass emergency, but we've still got the boys sitting over there on their mobile phones at the moment, not even watching the show.
They've turned the lights out.
They've turned the lights out on them.
Unbelievable.
Oh, unbelievable.
Fatherhood. How's it going, little Rosie?
Yeah, little Rosie, 11 weeks on Sunday just gone. So, yeah, going really well. She's nailed everything so far, so exciting times, and it's been good fun.
So, are you getting up and doing the old feed at sort of 10 p.m-ish?
I'd like to say that I am, but I'm not. My wife, my wife's been fantastic so far. So, yeah, she's nailed it as well, and it's all going really well. So, I've been looked after so far.
And it was, of course, a pretty big weekend of incidents when Rosie was born. You had the concussion and then rushed to the hospital the next day. What can you remember everything of the?
Yeah. Well, it's all come back to me now, but it was a big 24 hours. So she arrived at 5:27 a.m. Sunday morning, and then ended up giving Scotty a call about an hour after that, and said I'm good to go, and probably shouldn't in the end, because you'd like to think that I would normally see that coming, but no, look, all's well that ends well, and I was in one hospital for a night, and the girls were in the other hospital, but managed to get back together the next day, and yeah, like I said, all's well that ends well.
And of course, the head injury, mate, you've recovered well from that, and feeling right as rain.
Yeah, look, it takes a little bit of time initially to get over that. I missed a week and then managed to come back the following week, and the club were fantastic. I took it really easy for the first week, didn't come back to training till the following Friday, and then slowly came good, and by Wednesday the next week I knew I was good to go.
Your boys just sitting outside the 8. You got Sydney this week. How do you see the run home, and probably Sydney more recently? Can't put a foot wrong? Yeah,
well, we're probably just in the same boat as a lot of sides, really. There's still a lot of football to go, and I know you spoke about it earlier, that how well these guys are going. But, yeah, we see this week is as big a game as any this year, and I know that a lot of teams say that, but Sydney are a quality side. You know what to expect against Sydney. And we've got to win to stay in touch, and it's a big month for us.
How do you see this year playing out? Are you keen to play on next year? Is it one of those things you have at the end of the year, the conversation?
Yeah, no, I'm keen to go on. Obviously, I had my second soft tissue injury this year, and that's not good. But my form before that and after that, when I came back, was pretty good. I'm getting a kick, and still think I can play a pretty big role within our team. So hopefully I can go on next year and play again. But I've just got to get back these next 2 weeks and let my manager speak to the club. So at the moment it's been positive signs. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm pretty keen to go on. And
speaking of good form, Shaun, you've obviously won the BNF last year and improved. What has been the improvement in your game, and have you got any secrets to why you're playing such good footy personally at the moment?
Oh, look, I think it's just naturally getting more time in the midfield as well. Last year was the first time that, even though I was 29, but it was the first time I'd spent a full year in the midfield. And learned a lot. I've got some great help around me and players around me. Ben Cunnington, who we mentioned before, but he's been super inside, makes my job a lot easier. But I think just another year playing full-time midfield as well, and just being out on the park and having a pre-season and just being able to play footy week in and week out has helped me.
I don't see you as a lippy player on the field, but why does everyone want to keep whacking you?
Everyone, one of those heads they want to hit, I think.
Like the cash cow for the AFL.
Yeah, well, I've also had to put my hand in the pocket a little bit and dish out some fines to the AFL as well. But look, I'm not sure. It's just
Stephen May can get on the lip, can't he? He's good at it.
Yeah, he can, yeah. He wasn't happy there for some reason. But, oh, look, I think teams, go out to try and get rough the feathers of players in the opposition, and a couple of weeks. Clearly, I've been the target of the opposition, but yeah, we'll deal with that. And like I said, I'm lucky that I get a bit of help from other guys around me.
Now, you have been getting tagged a lot, and I think Alex Sexton went to you on the weekend. Arguably have one of the best taggers in the competition playing at your own club.
Yeah.
Do you ever feed off Ben Jacobs and ask him what he doesn't like as a tagger or what he would do if he was being tagged?
Yeah, I have. I actually sat down with him about 5 weeks ago, just over a coffee, and we ended up having a chat for a good hour about just little things that play. I mean, he's been able to play on some of the greats of the competition and what they do. He doesn't get beaten too often, but when he has, he said this is the way that the players go about it. So he's been a great help, but his season as well this year has been unbelievable, and like I said, rarely gets beaten.